Yeah, you know what's the best evidence that there's a God? The size of animals. By the way, folks, make no mistake about it. You are tuning to the reigning, defending, undefeated, undisputed, most secret podcast on this godforsaken planet nobody asked, Shawn.
What's that?
Hosted by none other than the original Diamond Boy, Chico Diamante himself, Shawn Murray, international heartthrob, heir to the Murrays here, Poppy Fortune, and of course, the first Jamaican in the Kentucky Derby. Where were we? Like, think about it. Like, yo, like every animal is the perfect size for what it needs to be. Even animals you don't like. Every animal is the perfect size so that we don't gotta worry about it more. Like, think about spiders, right? People hate spiders. Like, people are generally against spiders. But we don't gotta worry about spiders like that. Like, if spiders were 10 times larger, that would be a major concern. Or like bees. Like, if bees were the size of birds, but it was still the same amount of bees, everyone would have a flamethrower and you would never leave the house without it. Every waking moment of your life would be like, yo, these fucking bees. Like, yo, we gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if ants were like the size of like even dogs, but like, or like horses, like nigga, we would be captives. Like, you know what I mean? Like they would be like a fucking, like a war on this planet against insects. Like it would be like Planet of the Apes, but it would be Planet of the Ants. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like every animal is the perfect size to appreciate or fear it the right amount. Like if dogs were like 10 times smaller, right? If dogs were the size of spiders, we would hate dogs. Think about how annoying a puppy could be at that size. Now imagine if they were like it was like a nest of dogs, like a spider's nest of eggs, and it just kind of like, you ever see like a nest of baby spiders and somebody disturbs it and then they kind of come close. Like, what if there was that many dogs just crawling around your house? You know what I'm saying? Like just going crazy. Like niggas would be like, that would be too much. You know what I mean? We would hate dogs if they were the size of spiders. You know what I mean? Everything is the perfect size. We love and respect elephants, right? But it's kind of because elephants are so big that we can't really do shit about. Like, I mean, obviously people poach elephants, but like the average person, we don't really be fucking with elephants like that. You know what I mean? Like we just like, yo, like that is a graceful creature, it's big as fuck, but don't really be bothering us. But if elephants were smaller, they would be like, if their elephants were smaller, there would be no elephants. Like they would just be gone. Like it was like, oh nigga, we ain't even got, like, don't even worry about it, bruh. You out of here. Like it wouldn't be endangered. They would be extinct. But if spiders were the size of elephants, but with like elephant numbers, there would be a bounty on spiders. It wouldn't be like it would be like, you know how like you can't kill a praying mantis or you get like fined? It would be the opposite. It's like, yo nigga, if you're not killing a spider, what the fuck are you even doing, bro? You'd be like labeled a coward. Like you ever see like Band of Brothers when they were in like in Holland or something, and all the fucking Dutch citizens who fucked Nazis, like the women had their head shaved and they were like abused, and all the Dutch men who sided with the Nazis were killed after, you know what I mean, after the Nazis were out of there. It would be the same thing if you didn't kill us. Like anytime you would see a nigga have a chance to take out a fucking spider and they didn't do it, it would be like, it would be on sight for that nigga. Like he would be ostracized. It would be like a snitch. I started thinking about this because I was talking to one of my comedian friends, Andrew, and I was like, I was trying to figure out like one thing that I don't mind that everyone else freaks out about. Like, and my thing was spiders. Like, I don't necessarily like spiders, but I hate when people like hate spiders. Like, unless it's like, you know, because most of the spiders we deal with, it's not like tarantulas, like huge giant spiders. Like, it just be like fucking little ass jumping spiders, little like daddy long legs. Them shit don't be fucking with them. And I'm not saying spiders are attractive or like nice to look at, but it's like you don't even have to like look at spiders like that much. Like the thing about spiders is they look wrong. Like they look alien. Like you see a spider's 8 eyes or like however many eyes, and you're like, that's wrong. They shouldn't look like that. But like you don't be really having to look spiders in the eyes like that because they so tight. Like how much time are you spending looking at a spider in the eye? Like niggas just be hating spiders. Like, I think the worst thing that ever happened to spiders was like macro photography. You know what I mean? Like fucking zoom lenses so niggas can see spiders up close. Cause now niggas just hate spiders for no reason. But I was like, the only way that you would see that is if spiders were that big. And it started making me think like, yo, it's a great thing that spiders ain't really that big. So yeah, like I feel like there's got to be some sort of intelligent design because, like, how did they know to make shit just the right size so that it's palatable? Like, even something like giraffes. Like if giraffes were like the size of like rabbits, like niggas would be punting giraffes down the fucking street. Like, this shit would be annoying as fuck. Like, yo, get the fuck out of here, you weird ass. Like, that should be weird as fuck. So I don't know. But my friend Andrew was like, yo, but there used to be animals that was different sizes. Like saber-toothed tigers was like the size of like bigger than horses and shit. And I was like, but like we wasn't really around then like that, or we was, but like we wasn't like this level of human. Like we was like Neanderthals. You know what I'm saying? Like Neanderthals was like the test run. Like that's why I feel like somebody made this shit, because it's like it's like a video game. Where like you ever see like a video game before it's done, like when like the developers are making it and it's like everything is all sort of fucked up. The scale of shit is fucked up, and like the mountains ain't right, and the colors is wrong, and like cars is the wrong size and shit. It was like that. I feel like there's other planets out there, and it was like test runs, and guy was just fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a planet where bees were like the size of like fucking bald eagles, and humanity was wiped out in like 12 years. So he's like, all right, y'all, this is toast. That's why there's no life on like all the other planets, because I mean he just could. He was like, ah, damn, I shouldn't have made rabbits the size of bears. This was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? There is a God out there. I'm grateful that I mean he made everything the right size and scale. Like even humans are the perfect size. Like what if there was a creature that was as big? Like what if there's a creature that was as big to us as we are to insects? Like that shit would be scary as fuck. Like I got mad respect for insects, yo. Because them niggas got to deal like you can't even fathom the scale of how big that creature would be. It would be like Galactus. I don't know if y'all know Galactus.
We must prepare for Galactus.
You wouldn't even be as tall as their toenail, son. That's crazy as fuck. So I'm glad we the right size. Yeah, man. Shout out to the great creator of this earth. I was also talking about how like I don't really like my dog like that. Like I feel like I'm the only person who I know who don't really like their dog. Like there's dogs in your neighborhood that you be like, this dog just don't stop barking all night, or like this dog used to always chase me when I would go to the bus stop. But like I don't like my dog, and like I feel like because my dog is annoying as fuck and it's not getting better, and I feel like you know how like people get upset when someone who is a parent gets upset when like someone's like, my dog is like my child, and they're like, it's not the same. I honestly think having a dog is harder than having a child, because dogs start out more capable than babies but end up less capable. Like a puppy within like a couple weeks can destroy your entire living room if you leave it alone. Baby, not so much. You more gotta worry about your living room destroying your baby. Like your baby fucking sticking his finger in an outlet or some shit. But like the baby is useless, more or less. Harmless, rather. But then like a baby could grow up and be like a CEO. A baby could, or at least grow up to like take care of you at a nursing home. A baby could grow up and like bring value to your family, increase your legacy. Like the best you can hope for with a dog is like it becomes like Air Bud, or like wins the Westminster Dog Show. And the thing about the Westminster Dog Show is there's only ever been a handful of repeat winners, and I think the most of Westminster Dog Show winner has ever won was 3. So it's not that many options. A baby might grow up and buy you a house. It might not. Might end up on crack, but it might grow up and buy you a house, or it might be grow up and end up on crack and still buy you a house. Lamar Odom, for example. Shout out to Lamar Odom. Dogs is just like, once I get it fully trained, it'll get better, but not enough to really make it, you know what I mean, like add value to my life. Time for Nobody to Ask Shawn. Send in your questions. NobodyAskShawn@gmail.com. Nobody Ask Shawn on Instagram. Text me, call me, passenger pigeon, what have you. First question. Somebody asked me this question last week, and I meant to answer it last week. Dinner with Jay-Z or $2 million? This is a no-brainer for me. I'm going to take that $2 million to go to the same restaurant that Jay-Z took the nigga who chose to have a dinner with him, so I can sit at the table next to them and just heckle that nigga all night. Like, stupid ass nigga. That nigga not giving you no stock tips. Hope that's a good steak, my nigga, because it's the last one you eating for a while. Yo, did he make you order Ace of Spades? You thought he's going to give you all the keys and security codes, my nigga?
I'm about to give you all the keys and security codes.
Like, yo, that shit is so stupid. Like, bruh. Never take the dinner. Unless, I would only say take the dinner with Jay-Z if that nigga Jay-Z was like terminally ill. You know what I'm saying? And like, and he was terminally ill, and he had been on a giving streak. You know what I mean? Like he had been particularly philanthropic over the last month or so. Because otherwise, bro, what if he just want to talk about the Nets. Like, what if he just gotta air some grievances about how, yeah, damn, like, maybe I shouldn't have give up control of the Nets. Like, they had a really good season. They almost went to the finals. Maybe that nigga just gonna ask you to run his Finsta so he can cheat on Beyonce some more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like, yo, man, I see how you moving out here. You got like a real low amount of followers. I'm trying to have you like in control of my shit. I don't want my shit to get too big. So you know what I mean? I never understand the niggas that be like, yeah, I'll take dinner with Jay-Z. Y'all niggas stupid. Like, bruh. Like, what if that nigga just in a bad mood that day? What if that nigga got a stomach ache and he don't want to, you know what I mean? He don't want to he don't really feel like giving no game out. You know what I mean? What if he just got into an argument with Beyonce or one of his business partners? What if he just wanted to have dinner with a peasant? You know how that go sometimes in story, like fantasy stories. Sometimes the king just wants to taste of the peasant life. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he just wanted to... You know what I mean? He just picked your name out of a hat, nigga. The other thing is, niggas be like, Jay-Z gonna give you all types of game that can make you $1 billion. But like, what if Jay-Z's not in your field? What if you're not an entertainer? What if you sell insurance? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck he gonna tell you? What if you a garbage man? You know what I'm saying? What's the game he gonna give you to get to the top of the ladder? You know what I'm saying? Yo, you gotta move faster in the mornings when you collecting garbage. You could get more work done and be done earlier. And that'll give you time to invest in stocks. Such as Rock Nation. Like, yeah, like, what would he tell you? I don't understand that shit, bruh. What if you're a gardener? What the fuck that nigga gonna tell you? Because niggas be like, oh, he's gonna give you game. It's gonna make you rich. But like, it's a lot of niggas that been around Jay-Z that ain't rich currently. Like, how's Oskino and Sparks doing right now? What about Emil? What about Jazzo? What about Beans? I guess he might tell us if he wasn't in his feelings. And I say all that to say this. It's not that Jay-Z's not gonna take care of his people. I'm just saying he's not gonna take care of you because you're not one of his people. Take the $2 million. My favorite dish to cook? There's a lot. I really like making jerk chicken. Like, the process of making jerk chicken is really enjoyable for me because, like, you know, it's really like a 2-3 day process if you're really trying to brine it and get the flavors right and everything. And it helps. You know what I mean? It really helps the flavor and shit. I like the process of smoking it and like soaking the wood chips and all that shit. Like, I really like making jerk chicken. I really love making these oxtail buns that I make. Because it's very labor intensive. Takes a lot of work, but the product is stellar. You know what I mean? On the other end, so I love that shit. I like making pesto. I found a really good pesto recipe a couple years back, and I like making that a lot because there's a lot of ways to tweak pesto. You know what I mean? You could replace basil with spinach or kale, or you could replace pine nuts with walnuts, cashews, all sorts of stuff. And pesto is very versatile in terms of like what you could apply to. You could put it on sandwiches. You could put it on pasta. You could put it. I guess that's pretty much it. Mac and cheese is one of my favorite foods. Period. I like making that. What do I think of meat substitutes for vegans? I'm totally fine with those shits, and I think it's bad funny when like carnivore, like non-vegans, they always try to make fun of vegans by saying like, if y'all so against meat, then how come all the foods y'all make are supposed to be are like fake meat, like cauliflower chicken, like cauliflower wings, or like, like Impossible Burger. It's like, nigga, just because they don't eat meat don't mean they don't like meat. They made a decision to stop eating meat. Like, nigga, maybe they just missed the hell out of meat and they want the closest thing that it could be, nigga. That's the same concept behind like a fleshlight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you love vagina, but you can't get any. So you had to, you know what I mean? You had to get a facsimile. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you love vagina, but you're not allowed to have it. Is it better than the real thing? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? I highly doubt it. For meat and fleshlights. But motherfuckers gotta do what they gotta do. Like, why? Like, niggas gotta, like, I don't, you know what it is? I don't even need to have an opinion on this shit. You know what I mean? Like, y'all niggas, if you want some soy nuggets, enjoy. And I've had some of those meat substitutes, and some of them are pretty good. Some of them don't really taste like meat, but who gives a fuck? It's funny to me that there's such an overwhelming like disdain for vegans online, about how like vegans are always like throwing their veganism in their face. But like, I see people spending just as much, if not more time shitting on vegans than vegans do shitting on people who eat meat. Like, bruh, why the fuck do you have any opinion on what vegan niggas is eating if you think your shit is superior anyway? Like, if you're really that much of a meat eater, why are you even curious as to what the fuck is going on in vegan world? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. Why are there crazy cat people but not crazy dog people? That's a good question. I feel like, you know what it is because it's not that having the cats makes you crazy. It's that you can have cats and focus on being crazy. Which is to say, like if you could have 19 cats and the cats is just gonna do their own thing. So your mental state could be deteriorating rapidly and the cats aren't gonna pay any attention to that. Like if you had 19 dogs, that's just as crazy, if not crazier, than having 19 cats. But the thing about having 19 dogs or any amount of dogs, especially any more than one, is dogs are not gonna allow you to rest. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you got like puppies, you know what I mean? Like you can't, like, you gotta take a dog, you don't gotta take cats out to walk. You know what I mean? People do it, and that, I mean, that just makes them even crazier. So it still lends it to the crazy cat person theory. But like you gotta take dogs out for walk. If you had several dogs, you know what I mean? Like it's like they're not gonna let you be crazy. Like you could be a crazy person and have dogs, but like it's not because of the dogs. But the dogs are gonna be trying their hardest to keep you focused, to keep them alive, like keep them alive and keep them fucking satisfied. Dogs need so much attention and shit. The dog is not gonna give you the time to be like really as crazy as you could be. Like a cat will be like, yo, that nigga over there making a shrine to Taylor Swift out of fucking gum. Okay, that's cool, man. I'm gonna just keep playing with this yarn over here. Y'all want to play with this yarn as well? 18 other cats. Whereas a dog would probably destroy the Taylor Swift shrine. Like, I mean, he would probably eat the gum, and that would make you upset and probably, you know, make you like get you to a boiling point. But then you'd have to focus so much time and energy on getting the gum out of the dog's hair and out of the dog's like fucking like digestive tract. You probably wouldn't even make another Taylor Swift shrine. You probably just end up making a website. The cat would just be like, that nigga over there wilding, bro. Like a cat would be like, yo, this is like it'll be like a new cat in the house, and they'll be like, yo, what's that guy over there doing? Nigga, we don't pay that nigga no mind. As long as he leaves this 50-pound bag of Meow Mix open for us to consume at our leisure, I don't give a fuck what he's doing, nigga. Let's go rip up that couch. And then the other cat will be like, yo, shit, y'all be ripping up couches here too? Let's go rip up a couch. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more like having cats facilitates you being crazy more than dogs do. You can be crazy with either, but one just makes it a lot easier. Thank you for listening and watching or whatever. Like, subscribe, share, save. Thank you for being you. And as always, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.